Disney friends, it's Amber with Mickey Travels. Back to our Know Before You Go series, where today I'm going to talk about parking on Disney World's property. This is going to include at the parks and at the resorts, and the new policies as far as staying overnight at a resort and the prices that it costs to do that, as well as park at a Disney World park.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
As recent as 2019, Disney World has started to implement overnight parking fees for those guests who are staying on Walt Disney World property. This includes the regular resorts that are in the Value, Moderate, and Deluxe, as well as some resorts on the Disney Springs property and the Four Seasons properties. A self-parking fee will be charged to your account upon checkout, and you will pay that on your way out on checkout day. You will be asked when you arrive if you have an automobile and how many automobiles you will be having. As of the recording of this video, here are the following prices per night, per vehicle, per type of resort. If you're staying at a Value resort, you'll be paying $15 a night per vehicle to park your car overnight at their property. Value resorts include Pop Century, Art of Animation, and the All-Star resorts. If you're staying at a Moderate, you will be paying $20 per vehicle per night that you're staying on their properties. Moderate resorts include Caribbean Beach, Coronado Springs, and Port Orleans Riverside and French Quarter, and the Fort Wilderness Cabins. If you're staying at a Deluxe resort, you'll be paying $25 per night per vehicle. There are multiple Deluxe resorts to choose from here, including the Contemporary, Grand Floridian, Beach Club, Boardwalk, etc. If you're staying at the Fort Wilderness campsite, you actually will get one complimentary vehicle because that is included with your campsite. Any additional vehicle may be subject to fees. Say that you're going to Disney Springs, you actually don't have a charge to park there. And if you're going to a resort, particularly to shop, maybe you have a spa appointment, or maybe a lunch or dinner reservation, you do not have to pay parking as a day guest. Your car will be monitored though, as you will only be allowed to stay there for a few hours. People like to cheat the system in a way and park at these free locations and then hop over to a park, so just keep in mind that that is unethical and not encouraged, and that they are monitoring your cars, specifically if you're at a resort. How much does it cost per day to park at a Walt Disney World park? Per vehicle, and I'm meaning standard vehicle, it is $25 per day, and that's whether you're a base ticket or a park hopper. You'll just pay the one fee per day, even if you switch to another park. The perk here is that if you're staying on property, you're paying that overnight fee at the resort. However, you can drive to any of the parks and you will not have to pay for parking because that will be complimentary as far as some of the perks for staying on property. If you're an AP holder, you will also receive complimentary parking. You are free to pay the difference if you want to get a preferred spot at any of the parks. Plan accordingly if you are deciding to drive. The parking situation is a little different at each park. Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom all have parking lots very close to the entrances where you'll only probably take a tram if necessary, while Magic Kingdom has a separate parking lot that requires you to just take the tram first, but then hop on the monorail or ferry. So plan accordingly time-wise if you are driving to Magic Kingdom. As I mentioned earlier, there is free parking at Disney Springs. They have different garages there to park in, as well as there's free parking at the water parks. There is a way around some people trying to cheat the system or use their thriftiness to park at Disney Springs and then head to a park. This is a huge waste of time because you're actually going to have to, one, wait till after 11 a.m. to even have resort buses start coming to Disney Springs, so you can't be there at park opening doing this method. And two, you're taking up valuable park time by just trying to maneuver to get to different resorts and then hop to the parks. So say you're staying off property and you don't want to pay the $25, this is how people are doing this. But again, one, unethical, and two, it is a very long amount of time that you're spending just trying to maneuver the system. If you're needing to get from one resort to another because you have like a dining reservation, etc., and you are driving, then again, you will leave that property, drive to the resort if you wish, and you can drive back and not have to pay that extra $25. It's a whole day thing. But more than likely, you will want to utilize Disney's inner system for transportation instead of removing your car from the parking lot. So you can use the ferries or walk or the monorail, depending on where your dining reservation may be. More than likely, you'll be taking a bus directly from the park to that resort, and then can hop then back from the resort on the bus to go back to your park to get to your car. So again, these prices are effective as of this video is filming, so just keep in mind those might raise or lower depending on the situation. Let me know if you have any questions in particular about parking at Walt Disney World or at a Walt Disney World resort. I will talk to you guys later. Have a magical day. Bye.